You've tried morning rituals, you've tried journaling, you've tried meditation, you've tried cold showers, you've tried 5 a.m. club, you've tried everything. It works. It works for about 2 weeks. Then you feel that something is weird. You fell back to the same place where you were at the beginning, into the same pattern, same reaction, same energy draining you. Same version of that running the show. I've tried this. I've tried each and every bit of this, and I've also fallen back to the old patterns. Why? Because the correction doesn't happen at the base. Today I'm going to tell you why, and it has nothing to do about your discipline at all. Yes, discipline is very important. Discipline helps you in terms of alignment, in terms of reaching to where you want to be. But if the base root cause is not corrected, you will fall back into the same thing. First is the problem which everyone gets wrong. Even I got that wrong initially. The entire self improvement industry gets this part very wrong. They start at the behavior level. Change what you do and you'll change who you are. But that's kind of a backward thinking. Think about it. If your emotional operating system believes I am the person who I am the person who performs under pressure and crashes privately. What does the morning routine change? Nothing. You will do routine beautifully. Meditate for 20 minutes. Journal 3 times pages. Then walk into work and run the exact same emotional pattern you ran yesterday. Or did this whole thing change? Because the identity didn't shift, only the schedule shifted. Did you feel safer now? Did you feel connected to your inner self? Did you find the true purpose of your life? What did discipline change? It gave you a small shift of motivation. Consider it like New Year resolution. You are so motivated during January to do a task, to register for the course you always wanted, to change your life, but you fall back. It's like changing the wallpaper on a phone that has a virus. It looks different, runs the same. Many times you remember you must have many times you must have also changed too. Many times you must have also changed the wallpaper on your phone to remind you of your goals. You might be looking at it subconsciously, which is a good thing actually. But how much of that you keep implementing? How many times do you exactly look at it consciously, emotionally feel that? That's where the gap happens. That's why manifestation also lags. That's why gratitude also suffers. That's why most of the things collapses. Every habit you ever try to build, you fight against it. And the identity that is installed before you had the language to question it, you go back to the same identity crisis. And I call this the identity lock. And there's a third loop I've been breaking down across my content this week. Here is how it works. At some point in your life, and for most corporate professionals, it happens early. You figured out a version of yourself that worked. Maybe it was the smart kid, the responsible one, the one who doesn't cry, the one who always has the answer. And that version earned you safety, respect, belonging. So your system locked it in. And this is how I am. This is what keeps me safe. That came ahead. Fast forward 10 years, 15 years now, you're still running the same version, but the environment has changed. Your life has changed, your needs have changed, and the identity that once protected you is now the things keeping you stuck. Consider it like an old software which needs an upgrade. That doesn't mean you just remove the old software. No, it doesn't mean you lose your identity in whole. No, it means you upgrade it. What you felt unsafe before can be made into safer zone. And because you feel unsafe, you self-doubt, you go in emotional spirals, you go into many different other things which pulls you back, which doesn't let you allow to grow, and that takes a toll on everything: relationship, work, finance, life, and the true meaning of yourself to you. Everything takes a toll. The achiever can't rest because resting breaks the identity. So I am the productive one. That is the achiever loop. The fixer can't say no because saying no breaks the identity of I am the dependable one. The performer can't show weakness because vulnerability breaks, and that will change the identity. So if I am the one who got it together. Is always there for that person. And the identity was a survival mechanism. I agree, it worked wonders at the time. But now it's a cage. Now it's not letting you step out. Now it's not letting you take a higher standard, higher role, evolve yourself, look up to yourself of the future. It stops you, it limits you, it haunts you there. So, what do? You can't just decide to have a new identity. No, that is not what I want for any one of you. That is not what I did for myself. I can't just to lose my whole identity, what I've built so far. That's not how the emotional system works as well. You can't think your way into a new operating system. But here's what you can do. And this is the foundation of everything I teach. You can see it, correct? You know where you get triggered, you know where you get irritated, you know what is stopping you. Not analyze it, not intellectualize it, just see it in real time, in the moment it fires. Just see it. When the achiever person feels that panic during a quiet Sunday morning, instead of immediately filling the time with productivity, they catch it. They feel the discomfort of stillness. They notice it. This isn't boredom. This is the system telling me I'm worthless if I am not producing. That noticing, that moment of seeing the identity operate instead of being operated by it. That's the crack. Now you need to break at that point. Break that down. Not breaking the identity. You have to step inside or observe it from outside because that gap is the main identity part of it. So now let's say you're stepping outside of it from the first time, and from the outside you get to ask, is this still true or is this just familiar? Am I doing this task because it feels familiar, because it feels makes me feel who I am, or is this really a true task that needs to be done for the achiever person? Now I'll explain you the science aspect of it. The neuroscience backs this up. When you observe an identity level pattern without reacting to it, you weaken the neural pathway that keeps it running in automatic. It doesn't disappear overnight, but it loosens, and loosens pattern can be rewritten. Locked ones can't. So when you are aware of it, when you see it and you ask this question, you loosen that automated pattern, and that automated pattern loosening will help you rewrite it in a much more better method. This is what awareness actually means. Not reading about yourself in a book, not taking a personality test, catching the operating system in the act is the best option you can do in real time while it is running. That's why you must be. That's why you must have listened to many quotes by Bruce Lee. Flow like water, be like water, be adaptable, be changeable, be flowing. Because all these things make you stiff like hell. You can't express yourself because of these cages, and it's very high time to address these things. For people who are out of this, You must have noticed how flowy they are, how imaginative they are, how connected they are to their original identity, core, everything. This week I broke down three loops: Achieve Trap, Fix a Loop, and the Identity Lock. If you missed any of them, go watch the series on my Instagram at the Reset Entropy. And if you want to know which specific loop is running your life, I created the entropy code as well. It's a reel on my Instagram. There's a post as well. You have to pick two things there. And after picking, you DM me your code. I'll send you the exact loop profile. 16 different profile, each one uncomfortably accurate. Every person who's done it this far this week has sent me the same message. How do you know that? Try it. Link to my Instagram is in the description. And if you want to go deeper than a DM, I'll run a free live masterclass called Decode My Loop where I walk you through the entire framework applied to this specific patterning. Webinar link is also in the description. Subscribe because next week I'm going into something nobody's in this page talks about. How your emotional loops leaks into your finances, your relationships, your health, and it's not what you think. I'll see you there.